OSP gives us new colors in jerkbaits and overrides. Bait Sanity releases 3 new colors in the Antidote Glide. And the limited edition drop from Megabass celebrating 2022. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Depths, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, aka the Tackle Otaku on Instagram. Once again, being joined by my buddy Jeffrey the King. What's up, Jeffrey the King?
Look at you, dude. Looking
I
good.
look good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are the Hookup Tackle USA. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle, where we highlight new items as well as important restocks so you guys can stay on top of the game. Do you want to know why I'm looking so good, Jeff?
Why are you looking so good?
So
you look
we
lively.
we have this major problem here in Arizona.
Oh no.
So, you know, a lot of the country this week has been plagued by ice, snow, like actual winter,
Bad
right?
stuff, yeah.
We've been plagued by no Orion going now on, I mean, this is almost getting into months.
Yikes.
Right? So I went on a mission.
Okay.
Okay. I went to every grocery store. I went to every place I could think of. There's none, right?
Oh no.
So I literally spent like 4 hours going through every nook and cranny in my garage, my backyard, and guess what?
What happened?
I found the actual last Orion in the bottom of my boat.
There's no way.
Yeah, I don't know how long this has been in there, and it's warm, but it's Orion, so cheers. Happy Sunday, everyone. What an amazing day. Huh, kind of opened, right? Let's see. Tastes delicious.
That's crazy.
Cheers, my friends. Do you want half of one? I can't offer you a full one.
No.
I can offer you some other crappy Japanese beers if you want.
I'm good.
All right. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Oh,
Dude, your skin's glowing. I haven't seen that glow in months.
I'm pretty much done with the video.
I'm ready to take for people.
I'm ready to take this guy home. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's dive into some baits. So, back-to-back limited edition drops from Megabass, Jeff.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, remember when a few weeks ago I said customs was really messing with us?
Oh yeah.
I told you as soon as everything cleared out, the floodgates were going to open. We're starting to see the opening. Okay. So I'm sorry and you're welcome, everyone, for back-to-back limited edition drops, but this is a super cool drop. So every year, Megabass makes a handful of special colors to celebrate New Year's and celebrate the new season. This year, they've kind of taken those same 6 patterns that they did last year, and they basically metallicized them.
Okay.
That's definitely a word.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
use it.
Oh yeah.
So, here we go. I am going to run through these now. Each one of these colors, there are 6 colors, okay, and we'll go through each color so you guys know what they are. Each color is going to come in a set, and it's a set of 5 baits, okay? So every set is going to have an X-Pod, an X-Pod Junior, a Pop Max, a Pop X, and a Baby Pop X. Okay, so there's going to be 5 baits in each set, same baits in each set. So these are going to be available by color. So there's 6 different colors. So 6 different possibilities. If you want all 6 colors, grab all 6 sets. If one of these colors speaks to you, grab one, and you have 2022 celebration limited edition drop. What's cool about this is in previous years, they've made, you know, hundreds or thousands of these items, but with production being so far behind this year and it being so difficult to get some of these limited drops in, they only made 40 of each bait in each color for the entire country, right? So every one of these sets is going to be basically a 1 of 40 off for you guys. So great opportunity to collect. So let's fly through this. So let's start right here. First up, this is Sukurodoko.
Nailed it.
That's what I thought. So super, I mean, dude, these look so dope in the metallic. So we've been teasing these the last couple of days on Instagram. It's really awesome. So everyone is going to have Yuki Ito sign down there, 2022 on the bottom to commemorate the year. So there is a look at the color. So the color is going to stay the same. Each one, I'm sure that's transparent. Yep, transparent, even though it's shiny, which is super dope. So there's a look at it in the Pop Max. Of course, it's going to come in an X Pod and an X Pod Junior. And I know we talk about this, some Respect series, but just in case you're new here and you're not familiar with the X Pod and you're wondering what an X Pod is, this can be my set. I wanted this color. X Pod is an amazing topwater bait. It has an internal knocker in it. Right, so you're gonna get that nice loud kick. It does have an adjustable lip. So if you wanted to, you can move this lip into different positions. The lower it goes, the more down it's gonna dive, almost like a crankbait or a jerkbait. As you pull it up, it's going to create more of a kind of a popper. I pretty much just use it all the way closed. I think it's a great walking bait. So just a exciting. They don't really make these anymore except for limited edition special colors. So it's cool to have them. So each set's gonna have those guys. And then of course, each set is gonna have the Pop X and the Baby as well. So there is Sukurodoko. Next up in the line is Yakadako. You like the way I say that, don't you?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're welcome, Jeff. So it's Sunday morning. Yakadako, everybody. So there you go. So again, same 5 baits. I know that Pop X is open because I was just playing with it. So yours will come sealed. Mine's going to come open. So there you go. Same 5 baits. Let me take them out. The baits, you can see it. Might as well take out the Pop X since I was playing with that. Why not? So there you go. Similar, but different. This color is so sick in that metallic. So you know, these are dope collector colors, but the fish are going to chew these this year with them being metallic. So super fun to throw these. So there you go, Yakadako. What else we got down here? Guess what the next color is, Jeff?
If it's too gooey, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Nah.
Oh.
It's Ben
No,
Iyaka.
it's not.
Ben Iyaka. What a great color. So again, same baits in this, right? And I was playing with the X Pod Junior, so let's open up the X Pod Junior. Let's show you that to you. So these next 4 are all going to be very similar color patterns, just different shifts of colors. This is kind of like a chromish green. It's going to have that pearl on the belly. And I see you looking at something, Jeff. What are you looking at there, guy?
Well, I'm just looking at the red head. It looks like
dope, huh?
one of those Japanese red demons.
It does, with the marks and everything on it. Yeah, it's so sick. And fully transparent. When you hold up to light goes through it. So sick. So there is Ben Iyaka. I think that's how it's. The emphasis
the pause?
is always on the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Iyaka or Ben Iyaka. All right. What's up there, Griff?
What's up, dude?
Playing with some new toys. Okay, another one, Jeff. Ben Izogi. Or Benizogi, if you want to call it that.
It's so cool how Megabass really took your name and wanted to introduce it.
Right? Who knew that I had so much influence on limited edition colors?
So good.
Right? So again, same 5 baits. This is going to be more of a like silverish, almost a chrome, but not quite a true chrome. Pearl belly. Got that dope scale pattern, and then that same kind of cool kind of dragon head on the front. So super dope on that one. And then the color names kind of drop off from here.
Oh no.
Yeah. Shikoku. It's kind of like, reminds me of Jim Carrey, right? Shikoku. Shikaka. There you go. So, I don't know what I opened this up in. We'll just take it out in Paw Max. This is a dope kind of, we're getting away from that kind of red dragon head, more into like a black, almost, I don't know, like tribal marking almost, but kind of a shiny purple, pearl belly again, and just super sick looking. So there you go on that, Shikoku. And then finally, Shikaka. I should wiggle my fingers, right? Make some Jeff magic. Shikoku. There you go. And then a boring name, Kogani, is the last one. So kind of more of a drab green, almost an olive with a gold back. So there you go, 6 colors, limited edition 2022 celebration colors. This is going to be a one-time offering, one time only. So if any of those speak to you, grab them up. Happy shopping, everyone. Happy 2022, just in time for the Lunar New Year, Jeff.
Just in time.
Very exciting. So available now. All right, Jeff, I have even more limited run special color Megabass to talk about. But before we do, just a quick restock note. Super Z3s return in the majority of colors, and specifically in the craw colors. This is the brand new crankbait from Megabass. We launched this a few weeks ago. They flew out of here. A bunch of really amazing new craw patterns in this. This is the true 4.5 meter diver. So this guy is going to get down in that 12 to 15 foot zone. So if you guys missed out, or if you're already looking to, resupply or stock up, now is a great time to take a look. Supply is going to be difficult on these guys, so this is a great time to grab them. Super Z3s back for now from Megabass. All right, Jeff, let's talk about some more limited edition special color runs from Megabass. Now, this time, it is going to be in some saltwater colors. So, Megabass reached out to us and a few other dealers. Dude, seems like 5 years ago, but I think it was like 9 months ago. That's how long of a lag there is. There is a huge trend right now in surf, beach fishing, shore fishing, saltwater for halibut, sea bass, stripers, so on and so forth, right? And both Lucky Craft and Megabass are kind of playing in that area and absolutely crushing it. And there's been a lot of requests to bring some of these products back, but there hasn't been any production available. So Megabass did some special runs. These are not necessarily one and done colors, but I'm telling you, this took almost a year to get this batch in. So if any of these colors speak to you, definitely scoop them. And what's really exciting about this is, even if you're not a saltwater guy, if you're a freshwater guy like me, a lot of these baits you're going to be familiar with that I talk about a lot throwing in freshwater, and some of these colors are absolutely amazing. So excited to run through this. It's a pretty big drop, so I'm going to run through it relatively quick, okay? So I'm going to start right here in a bait that a lot of guys have been waiting to get their hands on again, and this is the Halibut 90. So this is a 90 millimeter 27 gram heavy sinking jerkbait. So that's a 1 ounce heavy sinking bait designed to get to the bottom quick, designed to cut through the surf. This is absolutely one of the hottest beach baits going. So they re-released it in a bunch of colors. So let me run through this. So I've got shell skin chartreuse pink head. I've got UV Akahira Iwashi. I have Gigi blue pink rainbow. I have M Kozakana, new color there. I have Gigi glow stripe. I have GLX Akakin Iwashi. I have Gigi chartreuse back rainbow. And finally, Gigi Dabupin Iwashi. Do you like that? I think I said that right? You're laughing at me, but it's literally Gigi Dabupin Iwashi. Am I right?
Yeah.
Boop, 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 Dabupin. So there you go. Halibut 90s, the 10 colors, limited drop. So definitely scoop these up if you guys have been waiting on Halibut 90s. Now is the time. All right, getting to some baits that cross over into freshwater. I'm super stoked for these. I know a lot of you saltwater guys live on this bait. A lot of you freshwater guys have adapted this, and we've been getting tons of questions on when these are going to be back in stock. We all know I talk about the Megabass Edo Shiner a lot as being my favorite jerkbait. This is the saltwater version of the Edo Shiner. This is the X80 Magnum. So same exact bait as the Edo Shiner, 115 millimeters, 18 grams, only this is a sinking version. So this bait, you can fish out deeper, you can fish it off ledges, you can fish it to suspended fish, you can fish it over structure. Of course, if you're in saltwater, it will cut through the surf. So a bunch of new colors. HT Maiwashi is one of them. And all of these, again, are going to be special run limited colors. So these were made specifically for this drop. This color I feel like needs to come out. I'll take some of these clearer ones so you can really get a full sense of the color. That thing is beautiful.
That
dude.
one's really rad.
Yeah, that is sick. So you get just that little pearl hit. You get that little bit of kind of flash up there on top, and then the transparent body. That one's dope. Okay, so there's that one. You've got, what we got here? Oil Sardine. Got the one I'm super stoked about, HT Shirazu. So I'm a sucker for anything Shirazu, right? Which is basically always going to be kind of a clearish bait fish pattern, but that thing is sick. So again, this is going to be an incredible bait, saltwater or freshwater, very natural profile. Get that kind of pearl silver back. Thing's dope. So there's that guy. Griff is stoked about this one. This is Gigi Kaneshiro. So anything in a Kaneshiro pattern, this is a name of a bait fish, okay? But anything in this Kaneshiro pattern is a great gizzard shad pattern, okay? So there's a lot of times Kaneshiro will even translate to gizzard as the translation is coming across. So this is a great one for that. We have Gigi Reaction Iwashi. Dope color. I was just talking about you and the Gigi Kaneshiro.
Shit's dope.
It is dope. Okay, we have Dio Shart Kaneshiro.
Shart.
What do you say about that one, Jeff? That's a bright one.
It's a little bright.
Yeah. Gigi Kohata. Gigi Goldpin Kaneshiro OB. Short little name. And Lens Kaneshiro RB. Okay, so those are the colors in the X80 Magnum. So exciting, stoked to have them, scoop them up, available while supplies last from Megabass. Now, they also made a handful of those colors in the X80 LBO. So this is going to be an 82 millimeter, 12 grams, so just under half an ounce in a sinking version as well. Okay, so a few of these come into this as well. So HT Iwashi. The color that I thought was super sick, the HT Shirazu. Well, both of those are super sick. Great freshwater applicable. And then Gigi Reaction Iwashi and Oil Sardine. I've had too much Orion already.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Pretty dope that they also made some of these colors in a Giant Dog X. Okay, so saltwater version is not a sinking version in this one, Jeff. It's just colors and some beefier hooks. Okay, so it's still 98 millimeters, 5/8 of an ounce. That would kind of suck if you got a topwater bait and it was a sinking, wouldn't it? So here we go. Gigi Kaneshiro is available in that guy. Gigi Kohata. Jeff's favorite, Dio Chartreuse Kaneshiro. It looks dope in a topwater bait though, with that pearl belly. It was kind of cool. It's like a white bottom banana. Lens Kaneshiro. And finally, Gigi Goldpin Kaneshiro OB. So those are available now as well. All right, and then 4 of those colors make it into the Zonk 120. So Gigi Kohata, Gigi Kaneshiro, Lens Kaneshiro RB, and Gigi Goldpin Kaneshiro OB in the Zonk 120 as well. And then finally, all of those same colors that were in the X80 also come in the Kanata. And this is gonna be really exciting to a lot of you guys. Now, in the Kanata, even though it is a quote-unquote saltwater version, it's still gonna maintain its float, okay? So still going to be a floating jerkbait, so you can fish it exactly the way you've been fishing the regular Kanata. 160 millimeters, 1 ounce floating bait. So again, I'm not gonna fly through all these, but I'm gonna highlight just a few of them so you can see how sick these look in some of these colors. So if you guys like the Kanata, this is a great time to scoop these up. Those are also available now from Megabass. All right, Jeff, let's talk about swim baits, shall we?
Yeah.
You like swim baits.
Talk to me nice.
All right, so we see some new color drops this week from our friends at Bait Sanity in the Antidote Glide. So 3 new colors arrive, plus a big restock in Antidotes. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the Antidote is a bait that Griff throws all the time. This is just a great bang for the buck glide. 25 bucks for a glide bait that glides great, super dope colors, and we see the lineup expand, I think, perfectly this week. So you're looking at the new bluegill color, so great job on this. So just in time for spring, we got a nice bluegill offering. The color that you didn't know you needed, Jeff.
The very natural.
The natural goldfish.
It could be goldfish, could be lightning trout.
True, yeah. So basically it looks a lot like bread. It's got this really cool kind of pearlescence. So goldfish is what they're calling that one. And then this is not Zorro. This is not a mustache. This is baby catfish. So, you know, we've been talking a lot about catfish in here, you know, especially with like the Namazu and that kind of stuff. Bass love catfish, so now you have a catfish colored glide. Should be a great one to add to the arsenal. So 3 new colors from Bait Sanity this week, available now. All right, and then we also see a restock this week in Explorer glides and the hatch match tails and the paddle tails from Bait Sanity in the trout pattern. So a lot of you guys have been waiting for the trout explorers to drop. So if you've been waiting, now it's time to scoop them up, back in stock this week. All right, and while we are talking about swim baits, we see a big restock this week from 316 Lure Company in the 5-inch sizes of the Rising Sun. So this is our #1 selling size, mainly because it's just an easy size to throw. You don't need specialized gear. They are available in a line-through version like what I have here, as well as a weedless version. The weedless version will come 2 to a pack. Line through 1 to a pack. We see some new colors arrive like bone, dirty chartreuse. All of the colors, the entire color line is in. So if you guys have been waiting or just looking for a great all-around paddle tail swim bait, this is an amazing one. This guy fits perfect on an 8/0 weighted beast hook or an 8/0 flashy swimmer. And this guy, obviously you don't need to do anything because it is the line through. So they weigh right about 1 ounce. Okay, so easy to throw. Available now, all colors from 316. All right, Jeff, let's dive into some new drops from OSP for this week, one of our favorite brands. So this week we see a couple of jerkbait offerings and some new blade bait colors. So let's start with the hard bait. So we talked earlier this week on one of our episodes about the importance of throwing a floating jerkbait this time of the year. So this week we see not only a restock in the Varuna 110, but we also see a couple of new color drops from OSP. So these are global color drops. First time ever offered. So, you know, some gorgeous colors, some standbys, Biwako shad, chartreuse wakasagi, real wakasagi, jade shad, chartreuse belly. They're even coming out with some good kind of spawn killer and red patterns as well. So all the colors back in stock this week from OSP in the Varuna 110 floating version. While we are on floating version, a lot of you guys have been asking us to bring in the high cuts in a float. This week, they arrive. So all the colors in high cut DRs in the floating version are in now. So just to spec this out for you, it's 60 millimeters, 5.4 grams. This is a great option for you guys if you are fishing either shallower water or if you are fishing a lot like how Griff has been fishing a lot with a weight in the front to kind of pull it down. This would be a great idea to use one of these versus a suspending version because it will lift up on the paws and then you can pull it down and then it will lift up on the paws. So it just gives you a really great action. So this time of the year when the water is cold, the shad aren't moving a lot, shad baits can really be critical. So now you just have another option, a floating option to add to the arsenal. So in this week from OSP. All right, Jeff, and then one of our best selling blade baits returns and returns in force. These guys have been flying out of here, and OSP did a special batch for us so we could restock the full wall. So if you guys have been waiting on the OSP Override, now is the time to stock. So all colors return, and we see a brand new color addition in the 3/8 and 1/2 ounce size. The new scale Wakasagi is now available. Now, the Override is just a great blade bait, very hard hitting, just a really awesome all around bait. OSP also makes some great matte finishes. So they're one of the only brands that will make a, true kind of matte shad, matte bluegill, which can be really important during certain times of the year. We also see a restock, not just in the 3/8 and the 1/2 ounce, but also in the 1/8 ounce, 1/4 ounce, 3/16. So if you guys are looking for small ones, if you guys are looking for big ones, now is definitely the time to stock up. So if you wait on overrides, they are in. All right, while we are on blade baits, Jeff, new for us, a relatively new product, new for us here in the store. A lot of guys have been asking us to bring this in, so here it is. The Spro Carbon Blade TG. Now these guys are going to be available in a 3/8 ounce and a 1/2 ounce. Now these are a circuit board, like a carbon fiber tungsten blend. So these are very, very thin. I know you're probably looking at it and going like, well, how can that be, tungsten if it's so big? Because it's a pretty big for a 1/2 ounce, right? But here's a look at it, right? You can see it is like paper thin, right? So super, super thin. You're gonna have tungsten on the front and the belly, and then a carbon fiber circuit board there. 3 different settings for different vibrations if you want it to be tighter or wider there. So here you go, bunch of colors, different sizes. The Carbon Blade TG from Spro, available now. All right, a brand new size in Bronzeye Pop. Just in case you weren't sure, Jeff, this is the smallest size. 1/5 ounce, 40 millimeter. This is the Bronzeye Pop 40. That dude is tiny. Look at that little guy. Look how small that thing is. In comparison to a traditional Bronzeye frog, pretty small. While I'm holding this up, this is the new color in Bronzeye frog. This guy is called Herring Pink. It's basically like a morning dawn. I don't know if any of these are going to be available when this video drops. I think all the staff is going crazy over these, so I will definitely try to bring in more. Are there any of these left, Griff? Or you guys bought all of them? I don't know. Maybe there's some left, but there you go. Brand new color. I see them all going nutty. So Herring Pink from Spro in the Bronzeye, available now. All right, Jeff. Nikko baits. Okay. Guys have been using them. Guys have been loving them. Guys have been catching fish. One of the surprising baits that I have seen, and it floored me in the beginning when people were talking about how they were crushing them on the Hellgramite, right? But dude, I'm open to it. Like, hey, if you're crushing them, let's get it. And I've literally watched guys crush them. 2 new colors from Nikko baits this week in Hellgramite. First, we see Magma. So this is going to be, it's Fire Crow, right? So it's kind of a red color that kind of transitions to orange. Really cool color. So Magma is in the Hellgramite. And then a very natural color for an Hellgramite. This is like during their molt.
I would assume so, yeah.
So like a molting Hellgramite. This is UV chartreuse. I have a feeling this is going to catch every smallmouth that comes across it. So there you go. 2 new colors in Hellgramite, and they are running those same colors in their Leech as well, which is their most popular drop shot bait. So these are limited edition runs. These are not staples to the line. So this is, for now, a one-time offering. If they sell well and they're already starting to move, I'm sure we'll see them make them again. But if you guys are interested in either of those, definitely scoop those up now. We also see 2 new colors come in the Iconago Minnow. We see a green pumpkin and we see Aurora. Now, this is another great option for a drop shot. Going to give you just more of a minnow profile versus a traditional, I don't know, worm profile or something else. So all of the Nikko baits are all made out of an elastomer plastic, so they're all going to have a relative float to them. They're going to be very durable. So this is just giving you a nice natural minnow profile. And again, two very lifelike, realistic colors. So available now from Nikko. Now, Jeff, as you can imagine, I like talking to the brands and making sure I understand the products really, really well, right? So as I'm talking to Nikko about some of these limited edition color drops, they start talking to me about all these giant smallmouth they're catching and their favorite bait in the line for drop shotting smallmouth. Now, I've shown you a minnow, I've shown you a leech, right? And I've shown you a Hellgramite. Okay. This bait is not any of those, and this is everybody at Nikko's favorite #1 drop shot bait for smallmouth. Can you guess what type of creature it is? And it is a creature.
Okay, it's got to be a flatworm.
So you think some kind of worm?
Yeah.
Okay, you were very close.
Oh, thank God.
Actually, you weren't close at all.
Huh?
I introduced to you the Nikko Octopus.
Yeah, okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Okay.
This is it.
All right.
So I was floored. I didn't understand how would an octopus be a smallmouth bait, but when you see this thing move, you get it. So there's not a big offering of colors. There's only a handful of colors. So it's going to be a very niche kind of specific use type bait, but incredible movement, available in several different sizes. Here, take one out for you.
Please do.
So here you go, little baby octopus. I mean, let's talk about this, Jeff. If a bass will eat a gong,
Okay.
right, which is a monkey,
Yeah, yeah.
why wouldn't a smallmouth eat an octopus? He's gonna eat this thing.
Okay.
This thing is dope.
Yeah.
So there you go. A, fun factor is high, still made out of the nice elastomer, so you're gonna have that really durable finish. I don't know, something different. I'm going out on a limb here. I have not used it. They literally just arrived, but this was Nikko's favorite bait. A lot of you guys probably have been using it already, so give it a shot. I think it'll be worth it. Available now from Nikko. All right, new drops in store from Rod Glove this week. We see the addition of Neoprene Rod Sleeves. Now, Rod Glove makes amazing rod socks, rod sleeves. This is going to just give you a neoprene version. So just a little higher end. It does have a loop at the end where you can hang the rods up. So just a cool new addition. So if you guys are looking for a little higher end product, neoprene, super dope. It's available in a standard cast, an XL cast, and a spinning version. So in multiple different colors, and the colors are going to be on the thread. So those are available now. All right, Jeff, let's jump into some reels here. Hand me that guy. Let's start right here. So some big restocks this week from Shimano Japan. Basically, if you're a fan of JDM DCs, this is a good week for you. So we see a return this week of the Scorpion DC. This is the brand new Scorpion DC. Again, just very similar to kind of an in-between a Corrado and a do I even know what I'm talking about? Kind of an in-between a Corrado and a Chronarch, but in a JDM flared. So super dope, available in righties and lefties. You've been waiting on those. Those are back. I'll give those back to you. We also see the first restock in quite some time in the Exsence DC. Now the Exsence is the first DC specifically designed for braid. Now you can throw other things on here, but it's a shallower spool specifically designed for throwing braid. So for you frog guys, punchers, flippers, you know, if you just like throwing braid, it's super dope. It's all matte black. It has the big foam grips. This is just a really sexy, very durable reel. It's saltwater safe. So these fly out of here all the time when they come in. So if you guys have been looking for that, those are available now. And then I think the sexiest of all DC reels, Jeff, I think you might agree with me on this actually.
Quite possibly. Depends on what you got.
The Antares DC Monster Drive.
Nothing beats that fucking thing, dude.
This thing is dope.
The thing is so bad.
So this is the coolest swim bait reel, in my opinion, on the market. We try to get them in as often as we can. Shimano doesn't make many of them. So there you go. If you guys are looking for the ultimate bougie swim bait reel, available in right hand and left hand retrieves, this guy is just sick. I have watched Jeff just absolutely be able to pinpoint cast into the wind when I'm struggling with non-Antares DC Monster Drive reels, that I have them on all mine as well. So if you guys, if it speaks to you, it should speak to everybody.
Really?
It's just super, super sick. So there you go. It's what's nice about it is, well, here, you tell people what's nice about it.
Okay.
Okay, so the Monster Drive, I've had it for, I want to say like 2 years now. And for me, I use it for swim baits, like faster glide baits like a K9 or an HPH, just something that I can work faster. These are in 8-to-1 gear ratio, so they're really, really fast. But what's great about this reel is I can put it on some of like those smaller swim bait rods, because it's a 200 size reel, but it feels like it has the power of like a 300 size, and it fits perfectly in your hand, super fast, and it's just butter smooth. Like when you're casting and you need to cast accurately, like if you're trying to cast down a wall or if you're casting in between tree branches, you can tune this thing. Like the settings in it are just unbelievable with the DC chip in it, as well as all the different functions on the other side. If you're fishing fluorocarbon, if you're fishing mono, if you're fishing braid, there's literally settings for all of that in this reel. Like you're gonna look at the price tag and like, oh, no way I'd ever spend that on a reel, but it's like the last reel you'll ever need. It's just, this thing is so sick.
It's one of those that's worth.
Yeah, it's worth every penny.
Worth it. Once you get it and you use it, you're happy.
And even if you're not into playing around with reels and settings, like this thing out of the box is just fire. But if you really like dissecting and making the best, most accurate cast you possibly can with any situation, this is honestly the reel to have. It's no joke at all. Super smooth, and it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I like this a lot.
Yeah, it's sexy. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff smiled.
I know. Well, you put an Antares Monster Drive in his hand, he'll
Or not
smile.
to.
Yeah. All right, and then if you don't want to spend a lot, but you still want a dope Monster Drive, the Scorpion Monster Drive returns as well. This is going to be in a true 300 size, really similar to kind of a Corrado 300 here. Different styling, different colors, different grips, right? You got the big kind of EVA foam grips. So super dope reel, again, from Shimano Japan. So those return back in stock this week from Shimano. All right, really quick while we're on reels, we see the last of the batch. Jeff, this is the last time I will ever talk about this Tatula. Don't worry. There's going to be plenty more Tatulas coming down the pipe. I didn't want you to be disappointed, Jeff. But this particular one, never going to talk about it again. The Tatula SV T-Wing limited edition is back. Now, they only made them in righties. Okay? So I got nothing for you, lefties. Not my fault. I would have loved to have had 1,000 lefties. I took what they had. Okay? So the last of the batch. So if you guys, I think everybody's familiar with this thing. We posted on Instagram this week, and this is the, I think, second time we've had it, but custom star drag, a beautiful carbon fiber handle, Zion grips, it's a full aluminum Tatula. So, you know, just, it's limited. It's a cool color, it's a cool look, it's got this super dope handle. So if you guys want something, you know, kind of rare, this is the last chance to grab them. So they're $2.99, so they're priced well. So there you go. Last time, Tatula Limited, available again.
All right, guys. So we finally got our electric stock in. We got multiple frames in. So if you guys have been waiting for like a great pair of polarized glasses, electric right here, it's what I've been wearing for the last 3 or 4 weeks now. I've had a lot of time to test these out, and these by far have been the best glasses that I've ever worn. They're really comfortable on my face. They block the sun really well, and then they have like a melanin inside the lenses that are supposed to block out blue light and also protect the skin around your eyes. So it's more of a long-term deal, but I feel like when I put these on, my face is a little bit more relaxed. It's blocking the sun a lot better than the glasses I was wearing. The stacker frame are the frames that you've seen me wear before. These are the ones I like. They have the side blocking plastic on there that can be removed. It's not permanent. So these are the ones that I wear when I'm on the water. And then just every day I wear these JJF 12 frames. Got the same thing with the side blocking option to it.
you can take those off, right?
Yes. These.
So if you didn't want them, you can take them off.
Yes. If you didn't want them, you can take them off. Or if you didn't even want to worry about it, the JJF frame is the Knoxville, and you can get them that don't even have this option. But there's many options, many colors, many lens options, many color options, many frame options. And also we have the Swimbait Underground JJF12 available now too.
This should get you excited, Jeff.
So these will be the same, except for they have the Swimbait Underground logo in them.
And those are all a yellow lens.
Yes, and these are with the yellow lens. So these would be amazing during like spawn time.
Definitely a sight fishing lens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So check them out. One thing about these is that they're very good glasses. Like everybody's used to cheap glasses, and because they do polarize a little bit, but this is definitely, when you put these on, you will understand why these are the way that they are. They're amazing glasses. They're gonna cost you a little bit extra, but they're definitely gonna protect your eyes in the long term. So make sure you guys check them out. We also have the Mahian. If you need a pair of glasses that have a bigger frame, some people just like that bigger frame hugging their face, we have these also. So check these out. Available in different colors and lens options here too.
We should just do a sunglass episode and break down why you get every color lens or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It can get quite confusing.
Yeah. Well done. All right, Jeff, let's talk about some rods and we can wrap this up. But first,
Finally.
cheers.
You haven't
Happy
been drinking
Sunday,
in a while.
everyone. Well, I've been drinking while everybody else has been talking.
I
but
see.
I haven't cheers. So happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you for spending some time with us and letting us come in and invade your homes and, I don't know, whatever you're doing. So cheers. All right, some restocks and some new rods this week. So pay attention. Rods are going to be a problem in 2022, right? Components are an issue. Factories are still doing rolling shutdowns. It's just going to be a nightmare. So a lot of brands are going to start running out of rods this spring, and you're going to see long periods of time, 6, 8, 10, 12 month periods where they're not going to have any. So if there are rods that you've been waiting on, this would be a great time to scoop them up. Of course, anything can happen, right? So maybe the universe does something nice and keeps the flow going. But here's what we got back in this week. So Megabass Destroyer P5, huge restock. So last week we saw some restocks on some certain models. This week we see models like Mad Bull return. This is my #1 favorite reaction bait rod. Love it. Maybe my favorite rod ever.
Wow.
The Windbuster returns. We literally talk about this rod, I feel like, every day.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys have been waiting on the ultimate spinning rod, this is it. The Windbuster is back. We also see the drop shot rod of choice in the lineup. The Baby Plugging returns. The Tequila Back Rack is back. And then we touched base on this last week, but the jig rod in the line, the X Bites, all back in Destroyer P5. All right, we see some new model additions from ISM in the ISM Blade line, and both of these are going to be great kind of BFS rods, which is why I brought these in. So we see the addition of the 6.3 Mag Medium Light. This is going to be a great kind of all-around rod. And then this dude is a 6.6 Light with a stinger tip. And look at that, Jeff. Now that is protection. They put a full sleeve of protection on there, so the stinger tip doesn't get jacked up. That's pretty dope. So we'll take this off here. So there you go. So you guys can get a look at the Infinite Seed rods, or the blade rods here from Infinite Seed makers. So, you know, here's the scoop. ISM, we've talked about them before. They make amazing kind of understated rods, right? They're not super flashy, not super pizzazz, very high performance. So they're light, they're crisp, they just make great rods. So this would be a really fun rod, very sensitive on the stinger tip and more of a reaction bait on the other ones. If you're looking for just something different in the BFS realm, either of those could work good for you. The blades, new models from ISM. All right, Jeff, it's going to be a big year for these guys. This is Gancraft, and we see some new additions in their Killers line of rods. I'm going to fly through a few of them. First, let's start with a rod that you didn't probably expect Gancraft to make, and that is a Finesse Spinning Rod.
Okay.
Right? Did you see that one coming?
No.
So a 6-foot light. This rod is called the Melt. This is a really interesting concept rod. It's a very flexible rod. This is going to be kind of like a BFS style rod, or just something super, super whippy, right? That you need like tiny little hard baits or really, really finesse plastics. What's cool about this is instead of this reel seat twisting, right? Here, untwist that reel seat, Jeff.
Okay. Huh?
Right?
Where the hell does it twist?
The
What the hell?
whole back end twists.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. So the whole thing locks down. That way they can keep it super uniform and eliminate any type of unwanted kind of shift and shake in reel seats, so that you can really pay attention to what's going on. Pretty dope concept. So that is available now. Now, a couple rods in your lane, Jeff.
Ooh.
We've talked about this rod before. This is the Dead Sword. This is our #1 selling rod. From Gancraft. Is a 7-1 extra heavy. It's a 1 to 3 ounce rod. You can see how these rods are just sexy.
They're so dope.
Yeah, they're really, really dope. Very well made. You've got double foot guides all the way up on this thing. So durable, but honestly like super light, great actions. Those return. And we see the addition this week of the Dead Sword Magnum. Now, this is a 7.6 2 to 5 ounce rod. This is the rod that's been missing in their line, designed for throwing the Jointed Claw 230. But, you know, Griff and I have been playing this rod all day. This is going to be a great one for throwing an A-rig. Obviously, 230 would be great, a 178 size bait. It's just that perfect kind of niche-y, like a bluegill glide. This rod is super sick. So if you guys have been looking for something different, maybe check that out. That is the Dead Sword Magnum from Gancraft. All right, big restock this week from Jackal Japan and rods. We see the return of almost all the models in the BPM line of rods. Now, the BPM, this is the true 199 to 249 rod, depending on which one. There's a swim bait rod in there that goes to 249. These are just great bang for the buck rods from Jackal Japan. Clean, simple, right? They're not overstated, not overstyled. Just a great introduction into their lines. We see some new models come. This is a 6.8 medium heavy kind of all around use rod here. This is a 7.3 medium spin that's just got a great all around action to it. So definitely worth scoping up. Definitely, you know, take a look at them. Something different, something clean, something not that expensive for a true JDM rod. So BPM rods back from Jackal. All right, Jeff, chatterbaits are hot this time of the year. Well, they're pretty much always a thing, right? But chatterbait rods have been very difficult. So I don't know why everything shows up at the same time, but we got options now.
There we go.
So the St. Croix Legend Glass returned a couple weeks ago. Now we see the return of the actual Evergreen Jackhammer rod, as well as the Rebellion 7.3 medium heavy glass. So these are our two best-selling chatterbait rods, and for good reason. They're $199, so they don't break the bank. The Jackhammer rod specifically designed for throwing a jackhammer. The Rebellion glass is going to be a much lighter version, both in weight and in action. So for throwing the lighter weight stuff, the 3/8 ounce up to ½ ounce, Rebellion is dope. For throwing, you know, that plus maybe adding a, you know, 5/8, 3/4, or 1 ounce, and the jackhammer rod is dope. We also see a big restock in both of these lines of the other models as well. So 7.1 medium, 7-foot glass, the 7.8 swim bait, wake bait rod, all return from Evergreen this week. So great time to check it out. Almost the full line is back this week from Japan. All right, Jeff, that's a wrap. Boom.
A lot of JDM goodness.
A lot of special run, which is exciting. A lot of limited edition drops, which is always fun, right? So cool week. A lot of fun toys this week. Some high end, some inexpensive stuff, kind of all over the place this week. So it's exciting for things to come. So guys, cheers to you. Happy Sunday, my friends. As always, you know, on behalf of myself and Jeff and Griff and John, Carmen, everybody around this place, Guys, thank you for the business. Thank you for the time that you spend with us. If you have questions on anything that we covered, drop it down below in the comments. I will definitely get to it. Jeff will leave links to the products as well if you want to check any of them out closer. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. I hope you're out fishing. Give the family a hug. Catch a big one. Until next time, peace. Cheers.